Hello, hi. So this reading is going to be a little bit different. I usually do readings on celebrities, and in this video, we will be talking about why do we have this burning desire for a celebrity? Why we feel they're ours? Like I can totally relate to that kind of feelings, and this is not a psychology channel. This is not a, I'm not going to diagnose anyone or anything of that sort. We are actually going to talk about the spiritual aspect of having a crush on a celebrity. Why do we feel so connected on them? This is not a pick a card, but I would still try to take the help of cards because I have been looking for reading of such for a long time. And I have also, whenever I look for a celebrity reading, whether I want an update on them or something, I always see someone writing some sort of comment that sort of makes me feel like they think they're that person, you know. I was watching a reading on a particular celebrity, and the reader was describing what kind of partner that particular celebrity wants in their life, and that lady or the gentleman thought she or he had that all this quality to be with him, therefore they are the person. So to what extent it is healthy to have that kind of crush, and also it's very important to understand why do we have that level of connection. Is there any spiritual reason behind it? I would be asking tarot this kind of questions as well. And also is it okay, and even how can you manifest it? You know what, the problem is people do not understand this simple matter that celebrities are also human being, and they live in the earth, and maybe we'll bump into them. And there are celebrities who probably have a very humble housing placement where you can actually meet them. You know, these things are not impossible, right? So, with that perspective, we're keeping that in our mind. First, let's see, why do we feel extraordinarily connected with certain celebrities? Why do we feel that something is going on between us, even though we have never met them in person? Let me pick the first card. Okay, all right. Um, Things like that usually happens when you feel extremely lonely and not understood by anyone. Don't get hurt. Okay? Okay. I will come to I will talk a lot about these things. There will be parts of this video. So please don't click off, and don't think it's a mental diagnosis. I'm not doing that. But it usually happens when we are very lonely and we look for an ideal partner. That's when we sort of start visualizing that particular celebrity in our life. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, I see they give us temporary healing, which is a healthy thing. You know, rather than killing myself thinking about the celebrity, thinking of having a romantic dinner with them, some kind of vacation with them, gives us a lot of healing of or at least coping. It also works as a coping mechanism. But also with the Hangman card, I see if you linger there way too much, it would be so hard to come back to reality, especially if you're really, really young, right? So that so that's why first of all, this is exactly why we get connected to them. Also, let me pick another card. They With the Knight of Pentacles, what I see, your celebrity crush is actually, or celebrities, not everybody will show you their real self, but the self you see is actually the kind of person you want to attract in your life. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. For example, Jason Momoa. If you have a crush on Jason Momoa, your type is probably a very masculine, funny, charming man who has long hair and tattoo, and doesn't look fearful at all, child kind of energy, right? If you have a crush on someone like Harry Style, maybe you like feminine man. I'm just saying. So like it doesn't have to be that particular celebrity. It's probably the qualities that celebrity possesses is something that you're very, very attracted to, and that's the kind of quality you want in your man. That's one of the reasons. Like, that's one of the way to, like, actually find out what you're looking for in a person. Recently I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was telling me she has a massive crush on Tom Elise, right? Tom Elise, the gentleman who played Lucifer in Lucifer, and and she was telling me, this is the kind of man I want. So she's always attracted to very, gentlemanly, very suited, booted, or you know, it, the perfect British accent, that English accent. That's what she is very attracted to. So it doesn't have to be Tom Elise. It could be someone who not possesses, but has that kind of qualities in them. This is one of the way, like, having celebrity crush is actually kind of handy. You already know what the kind of person you're looking for. It doesn't have to be their twin, but the qualities they have, right? Okay, so let me pick another card, and let me see. Okay, so sometimes with the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing sometimes the celebrities also come as a guide. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest. They come as a guide. You actually learn from their life, especially if you want to go to the field they're already in. For example, if you learn about the struggle, you can relate it to your life. Therefore, you would learn what you should do in order to avoid the things they had went through, you know. Um, and also, for example, and sometimes they also help you heal. Like, when you listen to the song, for example, for me, Michael Jackson does the trick. Whenever I listen to the song, "You Are Not Alone," like that song, and whisper three words that I'm coming, like, those lines, that sort of makes me feel extremely, I don't know. I feel so good. I feel someone is there for me. So this is also a reason why you have a crush on a celebrity, and this celebrity crushes are extremely, extremely strong. Sometimes they play the part of Three of Pentacles, or also when they write a song that relates a lot with our life. For example, like songs like Jolene. Very many women have found themselves in the position of a lady who has been cheated on by their partner, right? That kind of thing. So it doesn't always have to be romantic. Sometimes they actually come to heal you through their song, through their performance, through their acting, through their movies, through their performance, right? Yeah. And let me pick another card. So, with the Sun card, I see, as I told you in the beginning, they sort of give you a guideline of what kind of a person you want to be with. With that guideline, if you take the proper action, if not that very celebrity, you will definitely find someone who has the similar light like they do, right? I'm not sure if that makes any sense. So maybe you will not have Brad Pitt, but you will have a blue-eyed blonde man who looks extremely charming and handsome and works out. You know what I mean? Or if you like a feminine man who is kind of, slender body wise, and has long hair, maybe you would not have Jared Leto as a partner, but you would find someone like him, someone who talks like him, someone with that kind of intelligence. We're all same yet very different from each other, but there are always similarities between us and the celebrities. They're also human. That's the thing you guys need to understand, right? They're also blood and flesh human being like we are, right? So when we follow that intuition, sometimes we end up having the kind of person we want to be with, right? And also, let me find another card. We are also, they I would say any celebrity for that matter who are still having a very somewhat a healthy life and also holding themselves properly are extremely strong, because the life of a celebrity is never easy. Especially if you look at life of Justin Bieber, he had worked so hard on himself. I'm not talking about the career struggle. I'm talking about you guys already know, so I'm not gonna talk about it in the reading, but it's not easy for them. So they also make us stronger in a way. I wouldn't ask you to make them your role model, but it's always when you compare your life with their life, when you compare your stress with their stress, it doesn't seem as bad as it is. We see the glamorous part of it, but we don't see the record deal they have to deal with, the fight they just had with the producer, the intimate scene they're supposed to do, even though they're not comfortable with it. Maybe a producer asked them to sleep with them in order to give them the role they have been working really, really hard for, like that kind of things. Maybe you're not dealing with those kind of things, and they're here to, like, sometimes they give us strength. So that is also a reason why do we feel so connected to a celebrity or have a crush on a celebrity, you know? And let me see what else I can get. Okay. With Days of One, some of them actually help us to find our passion. As I said, if you have a crush on a singer, maybe you want to become a singer. If you have a crush on an actor, maybe you also want to become an actor. If you want to become a tech, if you want to build cars, maybe you have a crush on Elon Musk, all kind of things. So, yeah, maybe they're sometimes here to help you find your career path and help you find your passion. And in that case, they're role models, right? Okay, so let me pick another card, which would be kind of interesting. But let's see, like, if you really particularly like one celebrity, and you really want to manifest them in your life, what are you supposed to do? Okay. Oh, it's a funny thing to say though, but it's always fun to do this kind of reading. Okay, so the card I got is you will have massive competition, needless to say, of course, and you have to come to the power of an empress. So here is the thing. Uh, what is the meaning of an empress? Empress is a queen, right? And there are, back in the time in the medieval days, there were many queens in many countries. The most powerful one will get the throne, right? Like that kind of a thing. So when you have a crush on a celebrity and you really, really want to be a part of them, be a part of their life, if you really want to like date them, marry them, whatever, anything of that sort, first of all, if you want to manifest them, you have to come to the power of that queen, and there will be many queen who would be competing, and the most powerful one would be succeeded. That is all. That's a very funny. I'm sorry. I know. I found it really, really funny. It makes a lot of sense, right? So yeah, you there will be a lot of competition, of course, as a celebrity, and if you want to manifest them in your life, then you have to be very, very powerful, right? You have to come to the power of the empress, and the empress that whoever among all the empress, if you can win that celebrity, you are, congratulations if that happens for you. Okay, all right, here is this fun reading for you. I'll end it here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this video, and also consider subscribing if you like my readings. Goodbye.